Am I live? Alright, so I don't know how to see what is happening as far as who is watching right now. It's the first time I go live, but for people in Discord can see exactly what I'm looking at because I had to go live because right now what's happening with gold is gonna trap a lot of people right now into buying this because we're coming into this area. But still no indication to actually go long, and this is really dropping hard, so I'd recommend for people to stay the hell away from gold right now because I don't know what is happening. I haven't seen this drop in probably over 3 years, more than that, probably 4 years. I haven't seen a drop like this happen. There has to be some news event because I am not seeing it right now, and I am about to go check some news outlets. I literally just logged in about 45 minutes ago. I have not seen anything. I'm checking any Twitter feeds, anything right now, because that is beyond. This is beyond normal. The way right now is dropping, and the elections that happen between Biden and Trump, it didn't even drop this fast. I'm telling you right now. Let's go to the 1 minute. Look at these drops. This is 1 minute. Right here, this first drop we had 39 all the way down to 26. Oh my god, we're talking, how much did it clear out? We cleared out, I don't know how much it was, and we're still dropping. We cleared out right here 1717 all the way down to 1680, you can say. That's a 400 pip move on a Sunday night in New York and during Asian session is dropping 400 pips. Come on, man, there is something happening, but I can't find out any news if there's anything. Right now the charts are, this is basically my 1 minute chart. If I zoom completely out, this is beyond normal, and I really, this is the only reason I went live, to be honest. This is the first time I ever go live, and I'm going to be going live this week, but I mean, I can't miss this opportunity right now just to at least see what is happening. And again, I am in not no trades. I'm not going to sit there and tell people that I'm in a trade right now and my price is whatever. I'm in at 1764 and I'm dropping down and I'm making so much money. No, I'm not touching this. This is nuts. On on my broker, for example, this is Owenda. This is live Owenda because I do pay for this TradingView service, and this right now it says 1691, and my broker it says 1695, and my broker pretty much has slowed down. As right now 16 still 95. This is 1694. Wow, what is happening? Let's check out if there's anything else on any other pairs. Pound, nothing. GBP, GBY, nothing. 1 second, guys. Let me just try to sit there and log into the Discord. Hold on 1 second. Because if you guys want to join the Discord, you can. Links in the bio below. You can see. Yeah. So I guess right now everybody's kind of like nobody knows what's happening right now. I wasn't even supposed to see this drop on gold, to be honest. I was literally just about to log off, and I had my chart open on my other monitor, which you guys are seeing now. And this thing is in, wow. To be honest, I'm just gonna set an alert right here, and I want to see what happens when price reaches 1679 again. I just want to see what's gonna happen, because my broker is pretty much just playing prices at 1695. Owenda is playing with prices at 1691 and fluctuating 20, 30, 40 pips at any given time. Wow. If anybody's in this market right now, I recommend you stay out of the market. So 1 second right now, let me just log in, see something. Oh, sorry about that, guys. I had to come back. And yeah, everything I guess right now has just slowed down again. I am not sure, to be honest. Let me talk to one of my mods on Discord to see if he's available right now. 1 second. I am live right now on YouTube. If you want to join me there just for this drop on gold. Alright. Yeah, my broker's back up. Looks like price is starting to actually look possible proper with each other. I'm not sure. I'm just gonna tell you guys right now. Based on the open that we had, forget about, like, look at this. Wow, man, look how nasty the chart looks. If I zoom out just that much, this is our chart. All of this move that we had all of last week and a half, all of this. Look at these prices. We thought these moves were big. Look at this move, 1793 all the way up to 1832. That is about probably 400 plus pips, maybe 450, 500. This move alone that happened right now in this hour, that we just opened up during Australian Sydney time, and just about, you can say, Asia Tokyo, just about opening. That's 1762 and all the way to 1677. I haven't seen a drop like that in over 5 years on gold in 1 hour, and that was during, you can say, New York session, pretty much, yeah. During where the most liquidity is, the most volume is in any session market in the world. So this to happen, I've seen drops, 400 pip moves, but this is about a 800 pip move. I'm not touching this until things settle down. Hold on 1 second, guys. sure if people can hear me. Yeah, I don't know. I'm live right now. Hold on, guys. Um. How do you type? Huh? You can see me on your phone? Can I know, but how come I can't hear in there? You said you're gonna cause echo. Um. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out a little bit more things with this, guys. Just bear with me. If you guys can hear me, press 1. Yeah, but anyways, right now I have my actual alert. I don't have no buy orders. I don't do that. I see reactions. I don't buy based off of touches, so I don't put buy orders or sell limit orders. So basically, pretty much, we're just trying to see what is happening as far as the reaction goes when price comes back down to this level again. I know a lot of people love to buy, for example, right here, but I guarantee you this right now. I guarantee you that a lot of people had buy orders at 1700 level, and and pretty much they all got stopped out because this thing went all the way down to 1679. Right now we're rising back up. You know, even on my broker we're at 1690 and we're at 1691. So all brokers are starting to catch up with price together. So everything's starting to come back a little to normal. But again, I won't be touching. Just monitoring the trades to see what's going to happen. And I just hope nobody was in any trades. My moderator right now, my friend actually right now, is literally just messaging me on Discord and telling me what is happening with gold. And to be honest, I don't have an answer to it. I'll be straight up. I do not know. I have not seen a drop like this in 5 years again. This is, especially in Asia. Asia is maximum ever is 400 pips. This is 850 pip drop plus. During the most volatile time that you have drops is during elections. Push ups and push downs is during an election night when actually votes are coming in America. And during that time I was trading also with Trump and Biden's election, and I was watching. I had a move happen, and I was in the trade, short but very low risk, on gold. It dropped at the time. It was like 250, 250 or 260 points, and that was about $26. You know, this move right now is not making no sense. Trying to figure out if there's any news event, if anybody can put it in the comments. But yeah, let me just talk to my friend that also trades in the Discord. Yeah, can't figure it out right now, but as of right now, what is it? Hold on 1 second. It's okay. Um, I'm not typing on the comments on YouTube. Okay, what? I'm typing to to the private messaging, the moderator. Yeah, I just seen you. Sorry about that. Seen you said what a drop. Yeah, can you hear? Can you hear me? Cameron's Bay. I'm just trying to confirm that you can also hear me. Just so if I know that people can hear me, I'll continue with my analysis of what's happening. Of course, I don't have the full answer as to why this happened, but I'm just trying to make curious as to if people can hear me. Oh, I guess you can hear me because that's what I'm talking about with the agent session. There might be a slight delay. I'm gonna have to work on that, but yeah. So let's get back to this again. This right now, let's say for example this was a dollar base drop. Okay, so if we go to the pound dollar, US dollar, and if there was something like that, you would see also a tank down. Now, your main concern is the actual dollar index, which is this chart right here. If this was based off of something to do with the dollar, you would also see an increase in price, at least to 93. So because strong dollar, you have a gold drop in price. There is no really push up. There was a slight push up right now. You can see this, but nothing that would indicate anything to do with actual gold pushing down almost close to 800 some pips or 80 some dollars. Ah, I know, I understand what level they're trying to, and they're trying to take liquidity. They took liquidity out. Anybody who has stops below here, you're talking all the way from June, from probably you can say mid-June. Anybody who had stops here, targeting probably these levels right here that bought here, thinking gold's gonna keep going up forever just because of inflation and blah 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 and all that bullshit that we have. Sorry, I can't say that on YouTube, but yeah, anyways. But yeah, you're having these kind of drops and stuff like that, and people thinking inflation. Market makers and smart money don't care about inflation. They care about the bottom line as far as percentage during that month, that period of month. How much can they capitalize? Can they capitalize around anything between 4 to 7%? They'll go for it. It's not about the investment of putting in money into indexes and bonds and shit like that. You're talking they trade Forex, they trade gold, they trade those kind of things. As we are trading them, they are trading them. So we need to keep our eyes open for that. It's not always a good idea just to say that, oh, it's gold, it's going to keep going up no matter what. That is true. But then again, why can't you make moves on something that happened on a push up like this and a push down like this, and then come back again, buy again, sell a little bit, wait for a drop, pull back, you buy? I mean, that was as far as investments go. I don't invest in Forex. I just trade it. Um, so as of right now, what we're seeing with something like this, and we're having a drop. There's, I mean, the high volume did come in, as we see right here. So let's get down to the actual analysis of VSA on this drop. So as we came down on the 1 hour, we had a huge increase in volume during that time of session, which is 18. And we go back to right here, and you can see it's clearly higher. I can probably go back. I can go back months. I've been looking at gold for years, and I haven't seen a drop like this on a Sunday open. So this is probably the highest volume. Let's see the reaction on this next 1 hour before we even decide to do anything. To be honest, I probably am not going to do anything. I'm probably going to log off in like 15 minutes just to stay away from this drop and let things clear up by probably, I would say, mid-London session. Things should at least decide as to what is going to happen. But again, if we were to analyze what I spoke about before on gold, I did actually talk about the fact that a lot of retail traders did come and actually trade this, thinking this break after we had this consolidation right here, push up, and thinking we should continue. Correct? This is how their chart would look like. They had so-called higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. You know, look at this pattern. It's a beautiful pattern in their eyes. To me, as a VSA trader, this doesn't mean anything to me. I want to see what's the volume happening on these push-ups and on these pullbacks. That is my key reaction as to it. I'm not going to analyze every single little thing, but as we came up and we kept on going up into these areas right here, this realistically was not the greatest. I made a video about this. This is not the greatest breakout because of the reaction. You had increase in volume to the upside, but not higher than the average volume during that day. As you can see right here, look at the 8 a.m. This is 8 a.m. right here. Look at that volume right there, and look at that volume. If we broke this with that much of a big spread volume and a candle spread that is high compared to previous bars, this should have had higher volume, and on top of that we should have had a close above bullish candle. Then you could have said that it is time for gold to at least try to come back up to 1860 level. But again, this is what happened. Hold on, I have a question. Dumb question, but can investors move money from gold to crypto? Yes, they can. As far as investors, as far as the investment community goes, if you're talking about not that and not traders, yes, 100%. 100%, and that is happening, but not on a large scale. It is happening, but not something where we're talking gold trades trillions, actually trades trillions, and we're talking, you know, crypto combined trades trillions. So it's a little tough to say that it's completely starting to shift to that level. Highly doubtful it will happen fully, but it is happening, but on a small scale. Nothing too crazy. But yeah, so again, so let's look at that. We can see this push up right here, and then you had, you know, this reaction, bearish reaction. We came back up, retested that high. As we came up to this level, as you can see, volume is increasing, but the closes are not the greatest. Still no indication that selling has started, but this is your first sign of weakness. Remember, your first sign of weakness, always background. Look at the background. The first sign of weakness started here. We had the bearish reaction, came back up, retested these areas, failed to keep going higher, increase in volume as we came up, bearish reactions, and then you had this. Now, another sign of weakness came in to retest. Once they came retested, sign of weakness, low volume, low spread, all this kind of, look at this reaction. The Asian session came back down. You could have entered over here if I remember correctly. I had a video on it. and at least targeted these areas and continued to until you targeted all the way down to these areas right here, which is 1800. As you can see, this is what happened. We kept on playing and consolidating in this area back and forth until now we are in August, which basically pretty much is I would say the most important time leading into the end of the year, because this is when the majority of institutions are getting back to full capacity. I know COVID is playing a big role in how we live our daily lives, but I'm talking in normal times, this is the most important time. And as you can see right now, we're still dropping down, and just watching this, let's try to analyze this as far as the 5 minute. I'm gonna show you. Oh, one last thing. I want to show this because some people probably miss this, and I was telling people that this push up was bullish pressure, but where the bullish pressure stopped was this. So institutions will push the price up, so they'll buy into here, attracting what? Attracting retail traders, attracting other institutions that are not as big as the smart money, and they'll start buying, break above, they start buying on breaks, and then the big institutions with their main positions, their main background position, which was where here and here that they initially already had, start selling them off. And then this is why price dropped so heavily here, because they had 1, 2 sell off, if you get the concept. So if we look to see this right here, this had the highest amount of volume that came in. You can see 9 a.m. 5.66, 9 a.m. 4.36, 4.2. That's your volume there in New York at 9 a.m. Bad, horrible, low volume spread, bearish reaction right after. I mean, this should have been expected as far as another drop, and maybe a little bit of this, but this to happen again was because of NFB. This caused the increase in sell-offs, and we continued down. And I guarantee you that smart money knew these numbers that were coming out. I guarantee you this, and I'll say it 100 times. I guarantee it, because of the fact that smart money has billions of dollars. They have analyzed the markets from history, hundreds of years, and they have supercomputers, algorithms that are basically trying to figure out even news events and what the market will do in those news events. So that's exactly what it is. Now let's get into this. Let's get into the 5 minute. I mean, again, very hard to tell. I hate when this happens, because now you have to sit there and do this to zoom out to actually see where and how does price actually look, how do candles look, how if they're low spreads, high volume spreads, all that kind of. So pretty much, if we're looking at this right here, this is just a sell-off, no indication of buying, and then you can say buying started to happen here. I mean, possibly, still no indication to me. I wouldn't be trading it. If I even had the slight chance of this being, even 40% chance of this being actual buying, I would take a position, very small position. But again, still no indication. If we come into around 8 a.m. Sorry about that. If we come around and to 9 p.m., so about 8:50 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is New York's time, if we get a no supply form, I would possibly look for an entry based off of one thing. If this hour candle that's right now needs 33 minutes to close, if it closes bullish, but proper bullish, maybe an increase in volume with low spread, or a close maybe up to here around 17, I would say anything between 1730, 1725 ish. I'd possibly look for a no supply to at least target back again this 1760 area. That's just my opinion. Do not trade based off of my opinion. It is only an opinion. I am trading based off of volume spread analysis, and at the same time I trade the probability game. So even with a drop like this, the probability of a no supply forming and giving you at least 80 to 100 pips with your risk to reward ratio being around 3 to 1 is very high. And I've back tested this, and I've actually implemented this in real trades. Been doing this for over 4 years now. So that is why I am very confident in it. So you need confidence when it comes to actually trading a strategy, and I do have confidence in it. I don't care if it actually stop loss gets hit, because I know on the next 1 to 2 trades after that I will hit it no matter what my probability game. Again, if it was 100%, you basically would risk all of your capital and you would be a billionaire within 1 year. If you do the numbers, double down on your money. If anything was 100%, just double down and you'll become a billionaire with a $10,000 account by the end of the year, pretty much. So realistically, there's nothing that's 100%. And I appreciate it, Cameroons. I know there's not a lot of people right now watching, is because that is basically pretty much a time that nobody should be trading, to be honest. If you're living in New York or you're living in Middle East or in Africa, it's too early. And Asia pretty much just opened like a half an hour ago. I don't understand this drop right now. There's no news. I'm gonna check again, and let's see again if anything popped off. 1 second. Again, the 10-year yields. The 10-year yields. Let's see. The 10-year yields. So some people are saying this is the reason. Don't believe. I don't believe it. I'm sorry. It's not because of the 10-year yields. I'm sorry. I don't believe that. Staying away from that controversy that people start to bring, that the 10-year yield is the reason, the cause of gold going up or going down, or blah 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 this, and also about Bitcoin, trying to put that into perspective. A whole different conversation. But yeah, I'm sorry, Tim. If you end up seeing this, Tim Burton, that's a lot of money. I figured it out would be going back up. Yeah, quite not sure what you mean by it going back up. Right now, we're not even close to being going back up. Still waiting. Still no confirmation for me to enter any of this trade. So if I were to look on the 5 minutes, and do we have a no supply? We do have a no supply that formed right here. So let's draw that out right there so you guys could actually see that. And you have the no supply right there, as you can see. But again, it's too early. I'm waiting because I know for a fact that price still needs to give me a bullish confirmation on the 1 hour. Otherwise, they could bring up price, entice buyers to step in, and then drop price again, break below, possibly here, and then come back up. I'm not willing to take that risk, so I'd rather wait. There is nothing wrong with you waiting. Be a patient trader instead of an over trader. But yeah, as of right now, this is what we are seeing. And yeah, so if anybody has any questions, you can check out the Discord, join it, ask over there. Don't be shy. There is no dumb questions at all with me. I am not an egotistic person at all. I'll treat a $1,000,000 person as much the same way as I would treat a person that is living paycheck to paycheck. Each person has its own ways of treating life, but with as far as respect goes, you treat them the same. So I respect anybody. It's good for people to try to increase their knowledge, and the only way to increase your knowledge is through actually asking questions. But yeah, so we are going back up. Pretty sure there's a lot of people probably making money, probably bought over here and are up about 100 pips right now, 120 pips. But again, it's not my trading style. I do not enter trades like that. If, on one condition though, if you do enter this trade right here, based on the fact that we had a no supply confirmed right here, one key note to understand this: if we do not, even though right now you'll be in profit, so you entered right here, you'll be in profit right now about 20-30 pips. Do not think that you will go higher in price if you do not get a bullish close on this 1 hour, which is happening in 26 minutes. So again, that's this was mostly a test YouTube live. Appreciate whoever came, appreciate the likes, appreciate subscriptions, and we'll try to be doing this at least once or twice a week for the public people, and then for the private VIP, it'll be in a private link that will be sent to each person, and that's pretty much it. Cameroons, you had one more question. The big question is, will smart money want to push the price back up? If so, then when? Okay, so I'm gonna answer that question before I go. So real quickly, it does not matter when for smart money. Smart money doesn't care as far as when. They just care that it will happen or it won't happen. That's all they care about. They can stay in the markets longer than you can stay liquid. That's one key factor to understand, is they can stay in the markets longer than your account can stay liquid. So they have more capital to spare based off of why. They have more capital that they can hold a position, for example, here for a couple days, while they have more capital to put it into some other currency pair or some other investment or some other indice, because of the fact that they have more capital. So you can't always try to figure out when, but on the charts with volume, sometimes you can have quick reactions to high increases in volume, what you're seeing right now. But then again, this is abnormal, so I do not trade things that are abnormal, and don't risk things that are abnormal. It's about preserving my capital more than anything, and at the same time taking proper risks, and I do not see this as a proper risk. So yeah, of course, Cameron, it's not a crime to increase your knowledge, and a lot of people, the problem is they're shy to ask questions. The thing is, the problem is there's a lot of egotistic people out there that will kind of show a side of that I know better than you, and how dare you ask me such a question, which is very wrong, and that's not how I am. So anything you want to ask me, just ask me. If I have time to answer you, I will answer you. And if I understand it, as far as answering the question based on the knowledge that I learned, I will answer. If I don't know, I'll just say I don't know the answer to that. But yeah, let's get to your second part of the question, which is, will smart money want to push the price back up? Will smart money want to push the price back up? So it depends. Right now, so let's measure this out. So the close of this candle right here was about that much of a wick, which is roughly 1, 2, and 3, 4. So that is about 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is roughly 25% close. So that 25% close of this wick does not give me a 100% indication that they are looking to close this bullish, but it is a high percentage. So I would say 70% chance that they do want to go back up in price. Where do they want to close? I mean, you gotta look to where's your next target zone. They consolidated, or your resistance area. So your consolidation, very small though. Consolidation would be at this level. Will they push up directly from here to here? Possible, but highly unlikely. I would rather see something like this. Close bullish here or here. Come back, retest this specific no supply right here, or maybe even earlier. So close maybe around this area on the 1 hour, and then come back, retest this area, maybe break below, fail, come back up, and then take a position. But based off of volume, of course, not just based off of touches. So make sure it's not based off of when it touches this area. So don't put like a buy limit order here. You would maybe put an alert here. So I would have, for example, an alert right at the high of that candle, which is this no supply. So we could add a right there. So this is my alert. So all I have to do is log off. I have my device, I have my phone with me. If price does come back to this level, touches it, then gives me a proper volume indication that there is no signs of them trying to push lower into price, then I could take a position here, and I feel more comfortable with that based on this push down right here. And then if you break the high of this automatic rally, so this would be considered your automatic rally right here. This would be right now considered your automatic rally. So if you get something like this, and maybe an increase up to here, and then break above, then you would have volume in this area right here be either high, so something like that, but low spread right here, so the close would be a low spread, or you would have something like this right here. Sorry about that. So you would have something like this amount of volume come in right here. Doesn't have to be that low, it could be like about that high, with a also high spread, indicating that also smart money is not interested in this area because they are not buying into this area any longer, and they're not selling into this area, so they're just letting price be. So after that, what happens is then you have start to increase in price. So that's what I would like to see right now. As we're watching this, price is still going up. Don't let them FOMO you in. There'll always be opportunities. because if you actually do something like trying to FOMO in buying right here, they may just come back and push price right down to here, and you would have had a better chance of getting. Right now this move from here to here, that alone in itself is almost a 200 pip move. So I would just close your computer if you don't have the. I would shut off any devices if you are concerned about yourself entering a position that you are trading it off of emotions. So yeah, as of right now, just monitor the trade, monitor the volume. Most important thing is watch these volume areas. See what happens with volume when it starts to approach these areas. If you are in the Discord and you learn these types of concepts, you will know that when actual price comes back down into this area and you have 5-minute closes that are improper in VSA, you will know that smart money is stepping in, or they're just not interested, or they're starting to back sell off again. So as of right now, I would recommend just stay away from it. Just monitor, see what happens, and maybe paper trade it, demo trade it. For me personally, right now, I do not have an entry whatsoever. Not in any of my accounts. Not on my high risk account. Not on my risk management account. Not in any of my accounts, because this drop is not normal whatsoever. Mom's lifestyle. Thank you for joining. Appreciate it. If you can hit that thumbs up button, would appreciate it also. Thank you for joining. I guess people are starting to actually join now. I'm gonna give it 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes and I'll log off. Okay? So, yep. If anybody has any questions, just leave them in the comments. I'll look up at them and answer. Let's look at a couple other pairs. Let's first look at Bitcoin, because a lot of people that are in the Discord and have joined me and on other of my social media, they do trade a lot of crypto. So let's just look at that and see what is happening. I actually, in the VIP section, I literally sent out a video telling them that this area is something you need to be watching out for. We have signs of weakness that came in, and as you can see, price isn't reacting properly right now. So again, I can't get into too much details as far as what it is happening right now, because the VIP section has the video on that. So if you would like to watch that, you need to join the VIP. Anyway, so right now you're pretty much dropping as far as, because of the fact that we have signs of weakness, which is here. Just monitor your trade. If you're invested in Bitcoin as an investor, that is something, and if you're trading it as a trader, a swing trader, that is also something. If you're investing into it, you can take profits. It's not a big deal, because if you would have took profits in this area right here, if you would have took profits, for example, in this area right here, and then came back because you had high volume, which I did state also in the Discord. Anybody in the Discord will know that I did call out this area, and you could have bought in back up in here again. I made a video about it also on TikTok. That you could have bought this also, and you could have also made money. That's about roughly $8,000 move. I mean, it's good money. Perfect. Now, Cameron's Bay. Perfect. Now I have a footprint or guidance with your video. Oh yeah, no problem. Anytime. Any questions you have, especially for the VIP members and anything like that, just let me know. I do give out, things for free. Nothing. It's not like everything I'm charging, anything like that. It's just the majority of people that join Discords and everything like that, I always say this, they are very reluctant to react in chat rooms unless you are charging them money to do it. So a very small fee anyways. It's only $15 and for a whole month. I mean, you should be making more money than that if you're trading. Even with a $500 account, you should be making more than $15 a month. But yeah, so Ethereum's a big one that a lot of investors like to invest in because of the fact that all the so-called things it has in its technology form. I'm not too tech savvy, but I just know that it's like the internet 3.0, and a lot of people love to trade this thinking that this thing is gonna go to like 10 grand or whatever the case is. I can care less what people think as far as price targets, because again, I just want to show you something very interesting. Does everybody see this chart on gold? Okay, so everybody does pretty much see this chart on gold. This is the weekly chart on gold. This is 2011. This is when I just started trading, not VSA. This was not when I started trading volume spread analysis. This is when I was started trading like any new trader out there, any trader that had just started to get into the markets. They pretty much going to babypips.com and learning support and resistance, trend lines, and all these different kinds of things. Nothing wrong with them, but they're a little bit too simplified as far as anything goes. So anyways, so if we look at the weekly on gold, go to articles. I'm not going to go to it right now because it's going to take a little bit of time. I'll try to set up a different live, and I'll have like articles set up where I'll show you guys. If you go to the articles, almost every bank, JP Morgan and all these other banks, were telling people this is a perfect opportunity to invest in gold. All in this price range right here. This area right here, they were telling people it is a perfect time to start investing in gold. But in the background, what were they doing? For people that were coming and taking their money and putting it into gold, they were selling it to them. They were selling their positions that they bought all throughout this area. Throughout this area, throughout this area, throughout this area, throughout this area. All these positions that hedge funds, smart money, big banks were buying, they were selling to them over here after they were putting all those articles out. And then look what happened to gold. This is the weekly, so I don't trade volume spread analysis on the weekly, but you can trade it. But you're looking for 2 years down the line to actually give you a proper volume spread analysis move. And this is, for example, like right here. Look at this increase in volume right here to the upside. Exactly what I teach in the course and in anything else. So you had the highest amount of volume that came in for years down the line, and as you can see right here, look, highest amount of volume came in to higher prices, bearish close, low volume spread close, and then retest this area with low volume, failed on the next candle, next week right there, bearish reaction, enter the trade right here, or right here if you want to be aggressive. We're talking weekly, of course. And so you're looking for moves to at least go down to this area right here, to this area right here. We came down, and then we consolidated right here until they kept on retesting for more supply, and pretty much there was no more demand in these areas. We dropped, no more demand, as you can see right here. No demand, less than the previous two on the weekly. Confirmed right there, enter. Even on the weekly it works, and boom. Look what happened to gold. We literally dropped from this move that they were telling people to buy from right here in this area, and all these articles and all these news media outlets. It took it from 2009 to, you can say, the end of 2011, so about 2012. So it took it about roughly 3 years to reach that price level, and to drop from here down to exactly the same level. It took it about another 3 years, 3.5 years. So they pretty much bought up here, took price all the way up to here, sold it to all these buyers, all these retail people that are thinking, oh, we're still getting cheap price at 1500. Oh, this is a beautiful price, as investors go, and they kept on buying, they kept on selling to them until the selling was done with, until you had increases volume like this, and retesting, 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 until that's it, until we had this. So this is the weekly. But again, that's just one thing I want to show, that don't believe the numbers that they try to put out. But yeah, gold is, as I said, it's making that nice close. It's about 8 minutes left. I'm about to log off right now. Join the Discord, subscribe, and ask me any questions over there. If you get a close around between 1825 and 1830, expect for a long position to come in, and I will not enter until I get a retarget. That's why I have an alert over here. I won't enter until I get an alert over here. So peace out, and that is pretty much it.